The exterior angle theorem suggests that if I have a triangle where I extend one of the sides, so you can see I extend this side. When I do that, I'm going to actually have an angle on the outside here. This is what we classified as an exterior angle, right? So if you extend the side, that angle that is formed out there. So this is my exterior angle. So let us say I call this angle X. So that is my exterior angle X. Now, there are two remote angles here. Two. There are two angles that are remote, and there's one that is adjacent to it. So the one that is adjacent is not remote. This is an adjacent interior angle. So let us say I call this angle C. That's an adjacent angle. So you see there's a linear pair here, right? So angle at A and angle at B, they are remote interior, meaning they are the furthest from the exterior. There is a relationship between the two remotes and the exterior. So that's what the theorem is about. What it is that the theorem says, it says that the sum of your two remote interior angles will give the value for the exterior. What do I mean? The value of the angle at A plus value of the angle at B will give the value of the exterior angle out there. That's the principle, right? This is the principle on which we will do all the problems that we have to do. So it's the exterior angle theorem. Now let's get to the paper that we have. We have a few questions, and these questions are in 3 parts. So there is a 1 to 8, then a 9 to 14, and then 15 to 18. There are 3 different types of questions, but it's based on the same theory. So let us take a look at the first one here. At number 1, right? The instruction says that we want to find the measure of each angle indicated. So there's a question mark at the angles. So let's take a look. The intention is that we want to find this angle at U, right here. But if you take a look at everything that was given, we were given this as well as this. This 120 here is my exterior angle. We agree? All right? Now, the theorem suggests that the remote interior, which would have been these, if I should sum the angle at U plus the angle at 50 here, if I should add them, it will give me this, which is 120 degrees. Are we together? Yes. So what we want to do now, in an effort to find this indicated angle, what would you do? Anybody, what would you do? We will subtract. Very good. So let us subtract 50 from both sides. So the angle at U is equal to how much degrees? 70 degrees. So this angle right here is 70 degrees. This is just the foundation. You're not going to get questions like this on your exam. I'm leading you to what we really want to do with the algebra when it comes in. All right, let's take this off, and then we want to look at the second example, which is number 2. So I'm going to do number 1, number 2 from here, and then we go to the next section to see how we apply the idea here. Any questions surrounding this? Ariana, we're good? All right. Can I look at number 2 beside it? All right, let's go. Somebody said, wait. You ready? Paper's out there. It's always up there, Monia. What, you losing it?
I guess I am.
Always gonna be up there. Every time, every day. All right, can I know? All right, let's take a look at number 2. So this question at number 2 is very similar to the one that we did before. So this is my indicated angle that we want to find, so it's right here. What do we have though? We have an angle here at 50, and then we got this here. 115 is my exterior angle. You could see that it is outside of the triangle. Are we there? So this these two remote angles that are inside, which is angle at U plus 50 degrees, will give 115. So the remote angles, if you sum them up, it's going to give you that exterior angle. So basically, I could just subtract 50 from both sides. So the angle at U is, somebody said it, I heard it, 65 degrees. So this is 65 degrees here. So in other words, if you should add the 50 and the 65, it's going to give you 150. So that's what we're saying right there. That is what we classified as the exterior angle theorem. Now, let us see how, when algebra comes into it a lot, how it is that we're going to solve these problems. Are you ready? Let's go to number 9. So number 9 will actually be a little bit more technical than that. Here is number 9. What is the instruction for number 9 and the others in that section is that we want to solve for x. So it's a different idea now. I need the variable x. So what we're doing here, we're going to be looking on what do we have? We have an exterior angle. Agree? And we have two other angles. What name is given to these angles? What name is given to these two angles right now based on what we're doing? It's right there. They are remote what? Interior. Remote because they are further from the exterior. Right? So the theory suggests that, hey, if I take 30 plus 4x plus 2, if I add those two interior remote angles, it's going to give me my exterior angle, which is 8 plus 6x. Are we together? All right. Now, the intention is to solve, right? So why not just, let us just simplify what we have on this left side. For example, here it is. I have 30 here, and I have 30. I have 2 there. So when we add those, we're going to get 32. So these terms are alike, right? 32 plus 4x, and this is equal to 8 plus 6x. Are we good? We have to make up our minds though when we reach here. What do we want? I intend to collect my x's on the left. You could collect them on the right as well, but I want to collect it on the left right now. That means I'm going to get rid of this 32 here. So I'm going to subtract 32, and I'm going to do it from both sides to balance the equation. So when we have 32, subtract 32 here, this is gone. So what we're left with here is 4x. 8 minus 32 is what? Anybody? Negative 24, right? So negative 24 plus 6x. We're almost there. Remember that x is now isolated here, except that there's a 6x. What do we do with this one? We subtract 6x. So we're going to subtract 6x right here. So now we are left with negative 2x, which is equal to negative 24. At this moment, you should be able to start seeing what the value is, right? So we're going to divide both sides by negative 2. What are we left with? X is equal to? Positive 12. So there it is that we found a value for x. X is equal to positive 12. Are we there? Any questions surrounding that? Any question, anybody? All right, that's clear? All right, I'm going to do number 10. So I'm going to do number 10, and then I'm going to go to 15, and I'm going to do 17. And then I'm going to tell you what I want you to try. All right, so if there are no questions relating to this, let's get to number 10. So number 10 is right here, right? The idea is that we're still trying to find a value for x. Look at the situation, what it is that we have. Let's look. We got this angle here. We got this angle here. And then we got an angle on the outside here. So when you take a look at this exterior angle, these two angles here are what we refer to as our remote interior angles. As you can see, they are inside, but they are further away from the exterior angle, right? So then the theorem suggests that if I take 5x plus 10, and if I add that to 58, it is going to equal to 11x plus 2, right here. So what we want to do is to simplify our left side, right? So on our left side, we're going to have 5x. Anybody could tell me what else? 5x what? Plus 68. Very good. So we have 5x plus 68, and this is equal to 11x plus 2. I want to keep my x's on the left. That means I need to remove this 68 from the right side. How do we do that? Okay, from the left side should say. So we're going to subtract. So when we simplify this, this becomes 0, right? So 5x alone is equal to 11x minus 66. Positive 2 minus 68 is negative 66, okay? What's my next move now? I want to collect the x's on the left. What do I do with this right here? We're going to subtract 11x from both sides. So 5x minus 11x, anybody? Negative 6x. And this is equal to negative 66. It will be 11. So we're going to divide by negative 6. So x is 11. Take a look at the general instruction. It says find the measure of the angle indicated. So the measure would mean I need a numeric value of it. I'm not going to express it. I'm going to tell the measure of it. They need the angle marked S, right? But then before I could find this angle, there is a variable there that I don't know. So I need to find x first, and then I'm going to use it here to tell what this is worth. Well, let's take a look. I'm seeing two interior remote angles to this exterior angle right there. So that means I'm going to set up that by saying 3x plus 4 plus 8x plus 4, and this is equal to 140. So 3x plus 4 plus 8x plus 4 is 140. Right? My remote interior angle, the sum of that give the exterior. So from that, let us group our like terms. Positive 3x, positive 8x will lead us to 11x. And then this is going to be plus 8 equal to 140. Are we there? The intention is to isolate my x. So that means this positive 8 cannot stay on my left side. How do I get rid of that? We subtract 8 from both sides. So now 11 is now equal, 11x is now equal to 132. Are we there? All right, see what if my board is, okay, we're back. So we're going to divide, yes, we're going to divide by 11. So x is 12. Now the thing is, x is 12 is not the answer, because the question never asks us to find x this time. It says, can you give me the marked angle? And they mark the angle x. So it's our responsibility at this time to say, okay, the measure of angle x, right? We're going to now solve, because x was given, s was given as 3x plus 4. Well, we got to substitute the 12, exactly. So we're going to substitute 12, yes it is. So you're substituting 12 where x is. So we're going to get 36 is 40 degrees. Are we there? All right. Let me do my last example. Is there anybody still writing that off? All right. Any clarity needed? Oh. Throw your phone. Why are you not writing? All right. Can we go to the next one? All right. Huh? Got it? All right. All right, let's take a look at the last example from me. Same thing, but now they label the angle differently. They use 3 letters. So we should know what to do. So I'm going to remind us, right? So when 3 letters are given, if you walk along those letters, for example, F, A, B. So this is the angle right here. The angle is going to be where the elbow is, right? So F, A, B. So they need us to find the value of this when we're done. But in order to find it, we need to find the value for what? X. So let us set up what we have, right? Look, we did get an exterior angle here along with 2 remote interior. So 55 plus 3x plus 2 is 13x minus 3. Same setup. On my left side, I'm going to have 57 plus 3x equal to 13x minus 3. Subtracting the 57 so that my x could be isolated for now. So I'm trying to get the x's on the left side. So I'm going to have to get rid of that positive 57 over there. So what I have is 3x, which is now equal to 13x minus 60. Are we together on that one? So we have now reduced this. So here's the thing. I need the x's here. So I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. Are we there? So 13x from both sides. I now have negative 10x, which is equal to negative 60. Dividing both sides by negative 10. So x is 6. Now, x is 6 is not the answer to the question. X equals to 6 is saying that the x is 6. But remember, the question did ask us to find the measure of the angle FAB. So it's the angle right here. It was expressed as 13x minus 3. But we do know that x is 6. So at this moment, we're going to substitute 6 where x is. Then we take the 3. So this looks like 78 minus 3. My response is 75 for that. So this is suggesting that this angle here is 75 degrees. So this is what we're doing basically. All we're doing is that we are setting up based on the theory, and then we solve algebraically. What I want you to do for me now, and it is graded, we're looking at number 5. Then I want you to do number 13, number 16, and 18. These are the 4 questions that you should do